what we have here is an Atari Lynx I've worked on previously, and it has no power. And the original fault with this was it had no power, so that's interesting. So this could be a fun one to diagnose. So let's get that off and give it some power the old-fashioned way with ye oldie AA batteries. 6 of the blooming things. Let's have a look. So we do have no power. None at all. At least I don't think so. No, I'm not seeing the LED. Okay. So that doesn't look so great. So I guess it's the classic rip it open and see what's going on. So let's find out. Now we'll just leave those batteries there and let's get this off, shall we? Kind of annoying because I do remember I used Tessa tape on this, and this stuff is pretty strong. Should be fine though. Alrighty. Let's remove these screws. Let's crack the old thing open. I'm really hoping this is quite simple. I'm hoping it's really obvious. It seems that most failures I end up having to look at, there's never an obvious, yeah, I know. Not the batteries. Would have been kind of funny if it was. But it seems like most of the things I end up fixing, the problems are never that obvious, you know? Like, it's never like, oh, there's a blown MOSFET or something like that. There's very rarely ever anything odd looking on the board, and I'm really hoping that there is. Just to make my life that little bit easier, you know? You never know. Good evening, WRC Pino. Welcome to the stream. I'm working on one of these old school Atari Lynxes. Feels a bit stuck actually, that. Oh, it's probably because of the game. Take the game out. There we go. Oh, there we are. Popped right off. Okay. Right. I recognise this. Alrighty. So the only annoying thing is with this, I do know that this, it has some really irritating ribbon cables to remove, which are absolutely the bane of my existence with this particular console. And I'm also going to have to desolder a wire to take it apart, because this, you might notice, it has a bend screen in it. So what I want to do is unlatch it. I could do it with a spudger actually. Do I have one on hand? Yeah, I'll just use the back of these tweezers. Yeah, that's that one. And that's that. And then of course there's the backlight cable right there. I've got to take that off. Let's get ye all the iron up to temperature. Shouldn't take long. Yep, that should be hot enough now. Okay. Where's that? Okay. Just like that. And then it's a case of the usual. You got to unlatch these. Slide that off. I really hope carbon tracks don't flake apart. Oh, these things are really irritating. Okay, let's do that. Let's spin it around a bit. Yeah, it's flaked a bit. Typical. I wonder, actually. It doesn't look too bad. You see, the problem with these Lynx is you're never quite sure if it's a no power issue or if it's just the cable's not quite making contact anymore or something like that, right? So, right, anyway. Anywho. All the fun and games. Yeah, see, that's how you do a connector, right? That is how you do a connector. Copper, not carbon traces. Right, anyhow. You can see my recap job on there. I guess I really want to get this powered up. Problem is I don't want to keep unplugging and replugging. I might just do my old trick of soldering a couple of cables to this cap here to power it and just see if we actually get power on the board. But I'm going to get it under the scope and do a visual inspection first. Let's see what's going on. So let's get that switched on. Typical. Alrighty, there we go. Okay. So let's focus her up. Oh, wrong way. And it's come up a bit more. Right, okay. How's that focus look on the screen? It's a little bit off, isn't it? Let's do something about that. Alright, at least we're in focus now, so let's have a look round, shall we? Diodes look okay, transistors look okay. Alright. Nothing overly obvious. I've got a feeling that this might be ribbon cable related, you know. I really do. Right, that all looks fine. I don't see anything obvious. Let's flip it over. Okay. Right, I guess we've got to provide it power then. And I suppose if we're providing it power, we want to actually see if this thing does anything. So let's just go back to the camera view. What we'll do is we'll pop this bend vent off. And I'm not going to bother with the ribbon cable. I'm going to skip the ribbon cable. It's quite a nice little 3D bracket that comes with these Ben Van kits. Yeah, check that out. Oh, I need somewhere safe to put that. Put that up there. And then... there we go. If I put this housing aside... at least these screens are more resilient. Oh, I didn't need to unplug this ribbon. At least these screens are more resilient than the originals. The originals, you know, you just look at them sideways and they'll scratch. And that's never fun. Okay. You know, annoyingly, I've probably got to resolder that backlight on for us to even see if anything happens. Typical. Alrighty. I'm going to need something plastic, I think, actually, just to put on the back of this. I don't really want this board shorting out when I'm testing it. Let's pop that aside. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Also need a couple of wires. Solder that the cap. I don't know what I did with my other ones. I had them on the side here earlier as well. Never mind, I'll just strip some more. Okay, fine. So I grab that. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've done a live stream. Has been a little while. Right. So let's strip this back. Should do the job. And as this is a capacitor I want right here, that focus okay? I think that focus is okay. Anyways. Get this soldered up. There's one. There's still only one. Come on. Okay, cool. Alright. So we've got a way to provide it power now. So as I said, I need some kind of shielding on the back of this thing. Will do. Or do I? I guess it depends on my orientation. Yeah, that should be okay. So I do need to solder this backlight wire. I've actually got I've got a feeling. In fact, I don't need the screen. I can do it by sound. If it comes on, I'll hear it. So let's go with that. Let's stop messing around with this. And if it doesn't come on, well, that's when I start metering things out. My suspicion is the ribbon cable's gone funny, but it might not be that, so, you know, figure it out on the night. And we'll just pop electrocop in for now. There we go. So negative is that one. Let me get the power supply on and let's stick that down to 5 volts so I don't blow it up. Yeah, 4.5 volts, 4.9 volts should be good. Let's just put this LCD to the side. Hey Logic Slayer, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I assume you're here to slay some logic, which is, you know, always a good policy. Why are my power supply leads way over here? Anyway, that's fine. So let's hook her up. Actually, I also should probably hook up the speaker. Because if I hook up the speaker, I can hear it. Let me disconnect that again. Oh, this is getting janky. Okay. So that's a negative. I can see from the power supply if it's going to draw anything. Drawing 0.2 amps. Interesting. So we've got sound. But it's not responsive to button presses. So it's going to be the ribbon. gonna be the ribbon. Okay. No worries. No worries, I have a solution for that. Let's kill the power supply. So it's not a no power issue like I originally thought. It is... I bet you this cable has probably slipped a little bit. I'll show you folks what the problem is with these. If I flip over to the scope, the problem with these is this. Now I'm not sure how well I can get that in this light, but if you sort of look at the end of that, do you see how it's lost some of that conductive track? I bet it's that. So, well, hold your horses, RB. Hold your horses on Retro 6. Because it might just be that I have them on speed dial. You see, these days, when it comes to Retro 6, their delivery service is actually incredibly fast. So, guess what? I had a very strong feeling this may be an issue, and guess what? On speed dial, here we go. Although I can't say these are particularly brilliant because they have the exact same problem. They're also carbon traces. I know why they did it. Again, it's cost and probably ease of manufacture. But still, well, what can you do? So, when this happens, and yeah, Atari Lynx is, these consoles, they can deceive you, and I'm aware that these things can deceive you. So, I was prepared. And lo and behold, it tried to deceive me, but I was like, nope, no, 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 no. I'm having none of that. This time I'll be prepared. So, good God, I just... Honestly, these things, they're awful. They're absolutely awful. So let me try and neaten up my workspace a bit. Yeah, it was so fast, Logic Slayer, that the delivery got it here within like 10 seconds, you know. Okay, let me just turn this microscope light off as well. Let's get that light evened out. Okay, so what I've got to do is disassemble this housing and pop this new ribbon connector on. No idea how good these are or not. You see, on the originals, these buttons have a kind of... I don't know how to describe it, but they kind of have a haptic feel to them. You know, there's a bit of give. On these ones, it feels like they're just contact. You know, like almost like they're capacitive. There's no actual... There's no give to these. Like, there's nothing, you know, that makes me think, oh, I've just pushed the button, right? So these definitely don't feel like the originals. Now, I don't know if I'm supposed to, like, remove these original squidgy, buttony thingies and, like, tape them over the top, but it looks like you don't. I'm really not sure. I think these are just a straight up swap in thing, so... Yeah, the Mark 1 design was better for the buttons at least, because they were on the actual PCB. Yep, there we go. I'll just keep these together as best I can. don't want to break the plastic though, that's the thing. I don't want to break the plastic. Yeah, kind of Logic Slayer. Yeah. They have a mechanical feel, but they're obviously a membrane, right? It's like a mechanical membrane on these 6 buttons on the side. The other ones are just standard carbon traces, you know. You just push these things onto them and they've got their little carbon tracks on each of the buttons, just like most old school handhelds. But yeah, this one's it's a bit different. I don't know how else to describe it, because there's going to be no like feedback to tell you just from pressing it that you've had a push. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I could remove these and stick them over the top to keep it feeling original. It shouldn't make any difference. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Anyway, I'll get to that. I think maybe I'm supposed to do that. Yeah. Come on. You know, very recently I learned an uncle I was very fond of passed away. Hadn't been able to contact him for a while, and I found out bad news that he's passed away. And you know, it just makes me think doing this soldering. I remember when I was a kid, he actually taught me some of the tricks to it. Not that I'd soldered as a kid, but he taught me the tricks, you know. And the one thing that's stuck in my head ever since he told me was, always keep what you're soldering absolutely clean. And to this day, that's stuck in my head. So, yeah, just a small thought there I had. But, hey-o. Hey-o. So, what I'm thinking with this... if you take a look, maybe I can show you better if I come up closer to the camera. I'm not sure how well this is focused, actually. I'm not sure I've even got the focus turned on. Autofocus. Yeah, so you have a look at this. You can see there's like this extra membrane thing, and there's these plastic domes that go over the top, right? You can probably see that. But if we go to the replacement, it doesn't have that thing on top. It's just that. So I think maybe I need to pull off the original and place it over the top. Again, it's just so that there's some kind of haptics to it, right? So yeah, let's see what we can do. I don't want to get heat on this to loosen up the adhesive either, because that's just gonna be not fun times. So if we oh okay. So this has got... Okay, so this has got carbon thingamawhatsits on the dooblargens. Me make word doing? No. So maybe you don't take them off. I don't know. This is... Honestly, this is a bit rubbish. So... I mean, that lines up well... kind of. But it doesn't look like it's a one-for-one copy. I'm not sure what I think of these Retro 6 cables. Let's get... Hopefully that focus is reasonable. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah. So what I'm thinking then is I could clean this up a bit, because we only care about the hapticness of this thing. We don't really care about much else on it. And I think that might do the job. Because, yeah, I don't think... I don't know. I'm not happy with this. Well, let's see what we can do. Alright, so if we just pop this aside, I don't want to get any isopropyl alcohol on it, because that's what I'm going to use. because that'll take the carbon tracks off the new one, and that's the last thing I want to do. Why did they use carbon? Why couldn't they have gone copper? Fix the problem. Great, doesn't seem to want to come off. Happy days. Figures. Okay, fine. I hate the Lynx too. I really hate it. Okay. I hate it so much that I got one of these in anticipation of having to put it back together again. Apparently I wasn't prepared well enough. Okay, so does that go there? No. Does that go there? No. So these are very different. And I've taken the buttons off this side of it. Yeah, what I'm worried about sticking this one on is it's got its own carbon track still stuck on the bottom, and because of that, it could be a problem. Hang on, I think I can get this adhesive off. Yeah, I can. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad then. Alright. Okay. Okay. So what I'm doing is just sliding my tweezers under this, and I'm just sort of going around like that. Right, that seems... yeah, okay, that's fine. That's better. So what I'm thinking is I can just put these plastic dome things and just sort of glue it on here, right? Or I can just pop that in the same position, and then we get the hapticness. Is that a word? I don't think that's a word. But we get the hapticness from these, so we'll get like a semi-original feel to the ribbon. Yeah, okay. So I guess for this I could use a little bit of Tessa tape actually, couldn't I? Just a little bit of double-sided tape. So if I grab this, like so, and then hopefully now there are little holes on this. Are those holes there for a reason? Yes, they are. Okay. Okay. So I don't want to block the holes that are on these, I guess. Would probably be dumb. So I just put that on one side like that. And then I suppose I should just be able to cut this into shape. This is really annoying. Why? Why? Okay, come on. Come on, be nice. Yeah, that was nice enough. Then we flip it round and do the same again. And I guess the trick is for me to just get some double-sided tape all the way around it. Hey Micromage, welcome. Welcome. Good to have you along. Yeah, it turns out it's actually not no power, this device. It's your typical Atari Lynx naff, absolutely naff membrane, and yeah, long story short, it's the cables where you turn it on. Console itself seems fine. It's just not picking it's never getting the on signal. Or maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree and it is getting the on signal. It could be the MOSFET. I should check that. I really should check that actually, shouldn't I? Because why would the cable just start acting up? Unless it's slipped. Me no likey. Me no likey. Yeah, absolutely love Electro Cop. Best game ever made. It's like the cop that can't be stopped. Also, yeah, there's definitely a twang of irony in my voice there. Oh, come on. Get off my gloves. Nearly good enough. Nearly good enough. Ah, where'd it go? Oh wait, it's still on the clip it. Oh, happy days. Go on with a knackered screen, can't afford the... Yeah. Yeah, you could possibly get... you could probably get an aftermarket one, like a clone, maybe. Although the Benvens have become somewhat affordable now. So they are an option. That's what, this is a Benven. Fairly easy install process too. Hey iFix Consoles, welcome. So what we're doing here is trying to make this ribbon cable a little bit less rubbish. So what I'm going to do is, and what I've been doing, to anybody that's just joined, is I'm removing these membrane button things that have some haptic feedback to them, and I'm just transplanting them onto this brand new replacement Retro 6 cable, which annoyingly has exactly the same design flaw as the original in that they used carbon tracks right here on the actual connector, which is really, really irritating. Out of curiosity, James, what's wrong with your Lynx screen? Sometimes it is possible to bring them back. It all depends what's up with them, though. There we go. Get him there. Okay. I'll just unstick it from myself. And what we'll do is line it up with the holes on the new one like that. And then we'll just come straight down on it like that. And there we go. Now we've got squishy haptic feedback style buttons again. So that's good. On one side anyway. Lines on both the horizontal and vertical that stay a solid colour while playing. On the original screens, there are, I believe, 3 ICs at the bottom that you can kind of see. That they're clear. And I think there's 2 horizontal ones. So there's 3 vertical, 2 horizontal. I think, off the top of my head. I could be wrong, but anyway, what you want to do is get a clean soldering iron and press it directly onto those ICs while it's switched on and see if you get any change in the behavior. Sometimes, with a little bit of finagling and some care, you can actually bring them back. But it really depends, and it might not be a lasting repair either, but, you know, it's an option. Definitely an option. Zoom in a bit. Zoom, 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 zoom. I've switched to manual focus on this camera as well, because it constantly tries to refocus and it's actually really annoying. So that's that off, and then we want to do the same again on this one. So, how sticky is this one? Yeah, not very. So all I'm doing is going around this thing with the tweezers. I think this is completely unnecessary, but, you know, if you want it to feel like the original, you're going to have to do this. I say I think it's unnecessary. I know it's unnecessary. I can see it's unnecessary, but hey, you know, make it more work for myself. Why not? Come on, there we are. There we are. Boom. Hey, Coda. Welcome. Welcome. So as always, fun and games with my favourite console of all time. No, I don't mean that. Anyway. Let's fiddle this thing in. That's what she said. Oh yeah. Also, you might notice in the top corner there, little bit of software running. I wrote that software for the stream, so I looked at the source code that Paul Daniels wrote for the same multimeter actually, and there were some minor bugs. I actually might open a pull request to his own repository with the bug fixes, or at least a suggestion. It turns out the multimeter protocol, a chap had reversed engineered it, but they'd misidentified some of the bits that are used in the binary stream that comes from the multimeter. So I spent a full Saturday reverse engineering mine and figured out how to get it to work. And the long and short of it is, with a little bit of jiggery pokery, I was able to get it to work with things like capacitance, you know, frequency generation, and so on. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, worth a go. It's for the VC8145, Phil. It's a fairly common, cheapo Chinese one. You can get them on AliExpress or wherever. AliExpress is probably the best place for them, to be fair. You can get them on Amazon as well. But, you know, proper full-on bench meter. I wrote this one in JavaScript too. And it's a little Electron app. So the front end for it, the UI, is just some fairly simple HTML and CSS, like really simple. So simple, in fact, I basically just slapped it together. Yeah, if you do want the source code though, it's I think I've got it in the video the stream description actually. It's in my GitHub. Oh, come on, there we are. Now let's just hope I'm not wrong about this Lynx, because I did provide 5 volts direct to the circuit, bypassing the parts of the power system that deal with the higher voltages. So I'm not sure. Right, that's the old one. I don't want to stick it to that. Here's a new one. Alright. Yeah. Get that lined up. Absolutely hate these kind of fiddly things. Come on. Come on. Yeah. No. No. Be gentle. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Gentle. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. That's a relief. Move that down, and bingo. Okay, we got that right, nice. A doohickey to hook into your bench supply to output to the PC. Yeah, I was thinking of doing something similar actually. That way you get all your current drawer and all the rest of that fancy stuff on. Basically what the same sort of setup Paul Daniels has. Okay, so I think that ribbon cable's fine now. Let's try this again. So this time let's plug the let's see if we can switch it on with this. Alrighty. Power. I need power. Integrate the Flare 1 thermal cam. Oh god, those things are expensive, like real expensive. Okay. So positive to positive. I've still got the game in right. Yep. Speaker goes somewhere. Here. Do we have anything? Do we have anything at all? No, because I don't have the power supply switched on. If I don't have the power supply switched on, of course I'm not going to get any damn power. Derp. Let's try that again. Yeah, that switched it on. It was a damn cable. Oh, why? Three different crashes, roadworks, and a clown tipped a caravan. Yeah, that sounds about right. Great, okay, it was a damn ribbon cable. Fine. Now, if I can help it, I do not want to unplug this ribbon cable because I know just how finicky these things actually are. So if I reassemble it kind of like this, in this insane way, maybe, just maybe, wait, is that right? Is that right? No, that's right. Okay. If I assemble it like this, I'm not likely to strip off all this stupid carbon traces, because whoever decided to use carbon traces on a brand new cable, I know why Retro 6 did it, I know why they did it, I really do, but why? Anywho, that's enough whining from me, I think, on that one. Right, I think that was the bottom one. So that one goes down here, like that, I think. No, yes, no, crud. No, that's good. Yeah, let's have a look at the chat. So, those flares, 250 quid just for a thermal cam is ridiculous. Yeah, and that's on the cheap side. That is absolutely on the cheap side. I think someone died, to be honest. Saw a blood bite rush. Good God. Jeez. It just feels like one of those weeks, doesn't it? It really does. Oh, come on. Oh, why? Why? I absolutely hate these things with a passion. I say it all the time. So why are you working on it? Because I've already worked on it and I need to get it working again. That's why I'm working on it. I've actually got a lot of stuff I'm quite excited to work on at the minute. It's just all of it's been on my backlog for ages because I've not really done all that much. I do have a sort of trying to fix style Mega Drive one in editing right now. Well, not right now, but yeah. Right, anyway, let's get this one back together, if I can. Yep. Hey, there we go. Hey, that hasn't clipped down, has it? Oh, come on. For the love of zombie Jesus, come on. For the love of the baby Jesus, come on. Baby Jesus. Oh, you bloody... Fine, how about in the name of Satan, then? I swear to God, I would prefer to work on an Xbox One controller than this. Right, that's clipped in, that's clipped in. That is not clipped in? Or is it? No, it looks like it is. Okay. Alright, I think that's okay. Right. Let's get the game off. Let's desolder the power. We don't need this anymore. Oh, you can't really see what I'm doing very well. Hang on. Yeah, I've had some upgrades. I've got a proper Hacko station now, not one of the cheaper ones. And in my other upgrades, I even got myself one of these fancy dancy Hacko FRs. This thing's brilliant. Anywho, let's have a look at chat. Yeah, Micro, tell me about it. Not showing a name, powerful as heck. Sort of player London bought me a real strong blower to clean the consoles with. Well, yeah, Phil, the kind of consoles you're getting, you know, they're consoles that have fans inside, right? Like your Xboxes, your PlayStations, and whatever, and those things are just dust magnets. You know, you switch one of those on and... Yep. Okay. Alright, sweet, that was easy enough, wasn't it? Do you know what? I could do one of those blowers, actually. Just for blowing these LCD screens and getting the dust off them, you know? Blowing off an LCD. Oh, yeah! Yeah, finally got some big boy toys. Actually, I'm not sure if you've seen this. You probably ain't. But, my new, I'm not sure how well it shows from this view, but you can probably see if I can get it over here. Can I? Almost. Let's see. Right here. This is my latest mad invention. My bracket, it has adjustable controls for the lighting. You know, it's got a switch on there, which I think I've actually unplugged or something. I don't know. But yeah, you can. Yeah, I don't think I've got that plugged in anymore. But it's got independent control of these LEDs. And it's pretty cool. Did I knock that out? Let's try that again. Huh. I'm curious now. Are you sent a positive or negative? You probably sent a negative, didn't you? Let's check the voltage. Yeah, okay, there's crap all coming from that power supply. I think the power supply that was plugged in is dead or something. Oh, I don't know, whatever. Can't be bothered with it right now. Let's get that refocused as well. Yeah, Micro. It was one of those, like, I had the bracket idea anyway, and I broke my other one because the printing orientation wasn't brilliant, right? I changed the print orientation. I was printing them flat like that, and I flipped it round to print it that way up instead. In fact, I've actually got a failed prototype of this thing. But that's a design. That's one of the Mark III, Mark III brackets, but these aren't downloadable. You know, but the idea is you put a switch there, you put the mounting thing for the goosenecks on there, you know, and the rest is just normal, right? And then you've got the power input there. But the gooseneck lighting, the gooseneck lighting is quite good. I can make words do. Do words making do what? Alright, which way around does this go? Can't remember. Okay, let me just pop these screws out as well. Near enough, yeah. I bought a few bears. Right. I think that's positioned okay. Let's get that screwed down. That's what she said. Well, you know what, at least this was a relatively simple one. At least it was just a cable. Hopefully. We'll fully test that theory in a moment. Okay, while we're at it, we need to resolder down the backlight, which is not exactly hard. The only thing about this Ben-Ven screen is I'm almost 100% certain, yeah, that it's not for this particular Lynx 2 revision. There is it needs a special Ben-Ven board to properly work with it, otherwise you kind of have to convince it to work with this display. You'll see what I mean when I've got it back together. Alright, there we go. God, I absolutely hate these latches. They're naff. I tell you, I like some old tech, but not this old tech. Come on. Come on, clear the cap. You can do it. There we go. Now I get to play my favourite game that usually makes me swear like an I don't know what. I remember I quite upset Jason's lad last time I rehooked up one of these. In fact, I'm gonna make this easier on myself. I am going to undo this latch, pop that out, and put it in this side first, because I think that should be easier. You know, kissing your reflection just oh, come on. Yep, there we go. Do you know what? I can't even remember the last time I streamed. It's got to be over a month. we go. Oh, come on. Okay. Nearly there. It's almost together enough to test. I actually think that... Is that good? Oh yeah, okay, there we go. So if I get a game... We'll try this with batteries as well. Let's go real old school. Old school cool. I feel like an old man. Well, I am an old man. What am I on about? Hey, no. God damn it. Oh, come... Why you do this to me? Fine, okay, I see what's happening. Fine, I'll screw it in. Fine, whatever. Okay. Fun times. Okay. Maybe now they won't all ping out everywhere. Everybody's favourite battery. Kodak. Why is that spring so high up? That spring feels high. Let's try that again. Absolutely not a fan of these machines, I tell you. Really not. Let's look at chat. Yeah, I know, when it's like 70 pence for a pack of these, it's just, yeah. Night, Phil. Have a good one. What, no Eneloops? Killing me disappointed. I've got Energizers. I do have some Energizers. Somewhere. Asterisk. Okay, let's try this again. I don't really want to screw it back together just yet, you know. Alright, that's lined up right, that's lined up right, that's lined up right. Okay. You gonna power up? You gonna power up? Oh. You're not? Really now? Maybe it still has a no power issue then. So, I've got everything hooked up. Except the sound. I've got the display hooked up. The ribbon cable hasn't been unplugged. And look what happens now. I try to turn it on. And I get nothing. Now that is interesting. That implies to me then... That implies to me that the Lynx itself is working, but there is a caveat in there somewhere. Something is not working. And guess what the Lynx has installed inside it? It has a Ben screen. Now if I had to guess, I would say that the Ben may have an issue on it itself. So... let's have a look. Let's pull this game out. Let's pull that out. Actually, it doesn't help that I didn't plug it in right. Okay. thought I did. This is why I absolutely hate the Atari Lynx. It's an absolute nightmare to put back together. By just getting these cables together, like, look at this. It's ridiculous. Like, really? Seriously now? So I'm kind of squishing it in with the locking thing. There we go. Okay, and that's not in right. Why? I'll tell you what, there's probably somebody out there that has done this so many times that they have no problem, but me, not me. Can do a Nintendo Switch just fine. You know, this is a crazy thing. I can fix a Nintendo Switch, and usually I can find the problem pretty quick, but these Lynxes, they're just... no. They have been sent by Satan himself. Yeah, I heard the... I heard, Victoria, that the inner loops are really good. I know quite a few Game Gear aficionados like them. Well, I suppose any retro system like the Game Boy as well. You know, rechargeable, high capacity and what have you. Oh, come on. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to try it in just a second. Okay. I don't think any of the cables have fallen out this time, so... I'm actually going to try my bench power supply as well. Okay. Let me just double check the polarity on this. Okay. Just on the off chance it's my batteries. Could be. No. That's interesting because it switched on when the screen wasn't hooked up as well. What is going on with this? Is it just a ribbon connector again? Alrighty. Lucifer would never make yeah. Hello, that's popped out again. Why is this... Right, fine, so the screen isn't plugged in, that's whatever. Okay, that's... Right, okay. These things are sent to try us. Hang on. Most fiddly things to install, I tell you. I mean, I really appreciate the pains that the people at Ben Ven went to with these new screens to actually put a decent ribbon cable in, but it could do with a bit more length, really. I mean, you can see I've got my hands in here and I'm doing my best. Damn, okay, there we go, I think that's in now. Alright. Let's try that again. Let's just double check polarity because I've got the memory of a goldfish. So negative is the spring. Electro cut, please. Thank you. No, nothing. What? Right. Normski, 1, 2, do. Well, hello, Normski. Are you late to the party, Wise Pods? You are a little bit, but welcome nonetheless. Always good to have you. Although this party is interesting and annoying. Let's try bumping the voltage up a smidge. I'm going to 5.2 volts. Should be fine on the battery anyway. Nah, still nothing. What gives? What gives indeed? Alright. Now this is really interesting. Zoom out a bit. So, I've got it fully hooked up now. Like I had it before. What is the difference though? Hang on, is that white cable shorting? I can't tell on that. I am not having the best of times with this thing, that's for sure. Really don't want to zap myself with a power supply either. Right, we've got no power draw at all, and I now press it on buttons, and still got nothing. Okay. Fine. Let's give it some power the old-fashioned way then. Where's my solder? Come here. So all I'm going to do is just wire the bench supply straight onto the PCB like that. That's one wire. Let's do the other. So in theory this should power right up when I do this because I'm providing 5 volts straight to the board. I'm bypassing one of the power stages and it is drawing power and it is on. No audio though. Okay. Did I plug the audio cable in again? Is that the problem? No, audio cable is in. Did I just turn it down maybe? I didn't know. So we've got 0.25 amps power draw. Obviously the light's on. We've got no backlight. 0.27 amps. Yeah, well we got power draw. We've got no backlight and no audio this time. I don't know which one of these is volume actually. We got audio. I think there's something wrong with the power stage. Yeah, I do. It's just you guys can't see the power draw. I mean, I could stick my multimeter on it to show you, but I can see what it's drawing. So we've got 0.29 amp draw. Works. But it's working because I'm providing 5 volts direct to the 5 volt part of the circuit. So that implies to me that something's gone bad on the power circuitry. Also, why have we got no display? Yeah, flashed up then. Right, I'm going to inspect the back of the board a bit. Assuming I can. Oh, apparently my microscope gooseneck lights have decided to stop working. Why is that then? It's like everything is not working right now. Let's use a ring light. Ring light will do. Yeah, it certainly is loud, isn't it? So what we got, is this shorted? Let's check. No, okay, that's good then. Alright. So let's go through the cable fun again. Woohoo! Woohoo! There's something weird going on with this Lynx. Something very weird going on with it. But yeah, my suspicion is it is going to be something on the power stage. Okay, actually, let me just double check these cables as well. Maybe it's something with these. Okay, that is definitely in good and proper. That looks like it could be on a slight angle. No, the cable is all good. And that is all good. I'm starting to think I'd rather actually solder this in and use this crappy ribbon flex. I'm not gonna use it. See, I'm really not certain, like, I don't know. Come on, cable, go in. Please, do me a favour. Evening, Wayne. Lovely cup of coffee. I've been drinking cafetières of the stuff today. I've actually had like 5 cups of coffee. I'm just wired. I'm wired and tired. I'm in a weird state. Okay, this is actually legit just not going in. Is that in? I think that's in. It's very hard to tell. Well, when in doubt, let's try powering it up again. Let's just separate these cables so they're not shorted, and yeah. Negative to negative. Huh. Okay. Yeah, we got nothing. Okay. What did I change though? What did I change compared to before? Was it soldering the backlight wire onto the bend then? Let's try it on, let's try getting rid of that. Just pop that outside. I'm eliminating things I've just done because I think it could be either a problem on the Ben board itself, or it could be the power stage on this. Now, it's tricky to know off the bat, so that's weird. I don't know if this is an issue with the power stage or if it's an issue with the ribbon flex cable I've just put in, because again, carbon traces are absolutely terrible. They just strip off as soon as you plug them in. And you know, even slight movement in that socket can really like mess with them, so. And obviously I am moving this thing around, so let's try messing with it once more. So that's in. That's in. do not expect the screen to come on because it's unplugged itself again. Because why wouldn't it do that? Ugh. Seriously. Do you know what? Honestly, the only reason I don't like working on this console, like this Atari Lynx 2 model, is entirely because of these cables. It's the only reason I don't like them. They're absolutely fiddly, frustrating, and yeah, not much fun in Stalingrad. Let's try this again. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be completely unresponsive to the buttons. iFix consoles, welcome. DreamSpec, welcome. Welcome all. Alright, okay. Okay, I think I'm going to have to dig into the nuts and bolts of this thing then. That's strange though, I swear it powered on before with the battery terminals and me pressing the on button. I swear it did. Come on, melt your git. Alright. Okay, it doesn't look like those carbon tracks are too bad actually. So what my thinking with this thing is, it's something in this power stage around here. Now it could be this. Let's get this under the microscope though, so you can see. You know, built different sounds like it would be a good slogan for a console. I guess I can do some testing then. Kind of need to know where these power terminals go. You can't see though, because there's a massive thick layer of conformal coating over it. Wait, I can kind of see it. It goes over there. So what's that? Let's meter that out. Not sure how well this can be seen, but there we go. Nope. 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 Huh. Nope. 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 Obviously not. Nope. Okay, they must be ground. Is that right? Wait, that's... No. Okay. So they had a 5-volt rail. Okay. So flipping that. Yeah, you got it, Wise Pods. So we've got the high voltage portion of the circuit, because that's clearly a transformer. And that would have been for the backlight. So okay. Let's go into resistance mode. Let's check this out. Select. Yeah, we'll go with auto. Hold up. Oh, strange. It seems okay. You know, off the top of my head, I'm not really sure what's going on here. Nothing seems odd. And the really bizarre thing is, this was working just fine. I don't know, I might sleep on this. I might take this Lynx, stick it on a pillow next to me and just, you know, sleep on it. And see what comes up. Look at the diode mode real quick. Alright. Wait a minute. That don't seem right. Ah. It looks like we have a shorted diode. Well, that would explain a thing or two, wouldn't it? That would explain a thing or two. Yeah, we've got a diode that's failed short. That's what we've got. So we've got this Zener diode right here, D10, that is reading short. So I think that actual diode has just failed right here. It must have... Interesting that it partially worked, isn't it? Huh, okay. Alright, alright. Fine, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. I said I was going to sleep on it, but you know what? If it's just a diode... let's see. Okay. Where is my braid? Maybe that'll be enough to get it off. I don't want to use hot air in this area because there's a ton of plastic and there's a couple of electrolytics next to it, so I'm going to try and get it off with the soldering iron. I'm not sure I can, actually. But as you can see with the electrolytic caps being next to that, it's not brilliant, is it? Okay. How's that focus work? It's a little bit off, isn't it? I can fix that. Okay. Because it's quite a big diode as well, this is a little bit more tricky to do with just a soldering iron. If it was like a small SMD one, it'd be easy. Oh. Ah, that'll do it. Where there's a will, there's a way. What we'll do is we'll check the pads and see if the short's gone. Which it should be, in theory. What the heck? Oh, you know what? I bet I know what that is. Actually, I bet it's not the diode. I bet it's that power connector. I always forget that power connector makes it look like it's reading short. That diode's probably fine. I'm probably just being an idiot. I forget that when you've got that on the board, you tend to get a short reading. Oh well. Oh well, I guess I'm barking up the wrong tree. Well, let's test the diode out of circuit first. You never know. Fiddly. It looks like it's open that way. Huh. The rabbit hole goes deep. It's also really annoying to test these because they're round and they just want to roll about. Okay, well I'm quite certain that diode is actually dead, but it's kind of confusing me. Okay. Hey Big Mac. Gotta say, you sound delicious, Big Mac. Okay. Well, that diode is giving me no readings at all out of circuit. In circuit it's reading short. It probably is a diode then. Xena. Xana. Interesting. Interesting. I don't have any of those knocking around either, which is somewhat annoying. I think I am actually going to have to part this just because I don't have a replacement diode to try with it. That's annoying. And typical. But you know what I am going to do while I'm here? Because I'm quite annoyed my gooseneck lights aren't working right now. Is I'm going to check my bench power supply. Not my bench power supply, my power supply for my gooseneck. Nothing. Oh, why? Why you do this to me? Which one is it? Which one is it? Oh, this one. Oh, there we go, my gooseneck lights are fine. It's just a plug. Sorry about the noise. I think they were fine. Well, for a second, anyway. I swear to God, I can't win today. I just can't win. But anyway, as I say, I have no replacement Xena diodes right now, so I'm going to have to look up exactly what diode that is and order a replacement. So, unfortunately, I can't fix this tonight because I don't have the part. So what I'm going to do anyway, I'm going to end the stream now. I'm going to get some Xenas ordered, and I'm probably just going to do it off camera and see if that actually works. See if we have any luck with it. You never know. So unfortunately we got a bit of a no-fix situation tonight, but I can't carry on with it forever because it's already like 10:38 PM, and I need to get my audio sleep. So yeah. But anyway, as always, it's good having everyone. I will be streaming more soon anyway. I've had a bit of a break. That's about time I got back into the fold. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys and gals, and yeah. Actually, was this just not working because it wasn't plugged in? Am I just that stupid? I probably am that stupid. Yeah, I am that stupid. I got my light working. Hey, I got the light working. It's not all a bust today. Yeah, no worries, Logic. No worries. What I will show you folks before I go, though, I'm going to show you the difference between a ring light and between gooseneck lighting under a microscope. So, if you take a look, this is the same PCB we were just looking at, and if I get this into proper focus as well, so if I zoom in, So you see we've got those SMD components there. If I now kill the gooseneck lights and switch to a ring light, watch the difference. You see how much more washed out it is on these ring lights? But yeah, so it's a huge difference in the quality of the image. And you know, the other thing about goosenecks is you can adjust them to come in at different angles and stuff, and yeah, they're pretty nice. They're pretty nice. But anyway, I'm going to call it there. It was a pleasure to host all of you, and yeah, I've got some videos in the pipeline and so on as well. So, good night everybody. Take care. RB King, I'm going to get a diode order for this and see if that does the job. I think it probably will, because this one is just dead as a dodo. And that's probably all it is. So yeah.